Today I'd like to share with you uh, about my experience as a mentor. So I have been here for 10 years. Okay? I came here in fall 2006. And so far, I have about, well, last year I count like about 55 mentees I have, and then right now maybe 60 to 65 mentees so far. And I like to share how we work together with undergraduates will help us, for example, for tenure package or promotion, and and everything that related to academia. Believe me, is help a lot. Okay. And there's some of my mentees here, so different people, more diversity, but mostly of course from here. But I have mentees from India, from China, from Thailand, Taiwan. So we kind of work together in my lab. And then usually mostly the work that we did is presenting the poster and oral presentation, but some of them also sometimes they help me. For example, if they have been with me for 3 years and then we have training or presenting something for, like for me, because I'm in agriculture, so for gardening or making the soil better, sustainable living or green living, so they can help to do the presentation. The most important thing for me that during the process of mentoring, I would like my student like to become butterfly. So they have more confidence, and also they know what to do after finishing from Murray State University. So why mentor undergrad student? Why? I mean, maybe you think that, oh, it's better mentoring, master student. But for me, I think I have more satisfaction on these undergraduates, because it's like blank paper. They don't have any experience for research, right? So it's like I have privilege to put something on the blank paper, like painting, so it's like I'm the basic one, give them the basic things for their future. So that's the thing that make me feel good, and also I feel enjoy, because next time in the future, if you don't like to do that, that's fine, okay, because this one is like lifetime, and I will tell you what is meant by lifetime bonding. And I always tell to my student or my mentees, like, successful people never reach their goals alone. Is at least need one person that believe in you like 100%. No matter what you do, you just believe in you and have faith in you. That's what I tell to my mentees. And again, I always say, it's not easy, but it will worth it. We have to be patient. So that's usually what I say to them for the first time. Okay, so this one is the meaning of mentor according to Oprah Winfrey. So I just took it from internet. But for me, as a mentor, I'm someone that will help student knowing about something that hiding in their, like the talents, or also maybe something that they cannot express in the academic terms. So for example, I have student, when the first time he came to me, it's like, I cannot work with that mentor. It's just, I don't know what to do. I feel frustrated. I feel that there's no progress. And then I said, so what do you want to do? I don't know. Okay, so he doesn't know what to do, but he was in my classroom. So if you are in my classroom, you know my expertise, right? As far as you have interest in related to my expertise, you are welcome to be my mentees. And finally, he changed mentor. And then the mentor is my colleague also. He said, yes, just do what you need to do, help that student. And then we work together, and we have been working for 4 years right now. And after 3 months doing research with me, he presented poster session, and he win second place national competition. So he feel confident. And the first time he doesn't want to continue for graduate school. But after the second semester, he said, Dr. H, I want to work on my master degree and PhD, but I don't know what to do because I'm the first generation. So I said, and then his GPA is 4.0. So I said, well, let's work together. So as a mentor, we are like, we have to like a team. I always tell to my student, hey, remember, we are team, okay? So if you hurt, I'm hurting, okay? So we work together, and I always tell my student, because I'm in agriculture, we talk a lot of about food. So like, it's like making brownies, okay? So if your brownie is pretty, then we will do competition. Okay, we will go for competition, just like pie competition, and then the brownies was made by you, okay, and it's for you, okay. So go from there, okay. So do not think something hard. And then my student, oh, okay. So we create brownies then. So go from there. So that's why I always try my best to make both of us excited, because I will tell you why I have to do that. Okay. So the benefits of mentoring for me is, of course, increase self-esteem and satisfaction, because at that time, 10 years ago, I was the first international professor in School of Ag, and also the first woman in soil science in School of Ag. And students are not used to with my accent and where I come from, And I asked my colleagues, like, what is the common teaching evaluation? And they said, it's between this one. Oh my God. And I feel like, whoop, I need to do something, I like to improve my teaching evaluation because they are not used to, And then, as you know, if the student the grade is not so good, they will give us the, numbers not so good. So it was, oh my God, this make me feel, I have to improve. And then I'm thinking, at that time, during my class, I promote myself, like, hey, everyone, if you like to do some small project, research, please let me know. But my first semester, I did mistake. So what I did is, my research is related to global climate change, carbon sequestration, which is for some people are like, whew, and I sometimes as a professor, we talk like this, right? Like this level, and they're like, they know like for everyday life. So we have to make it like adjustment. So what I did the first time was I think it's my fault, like I talk like, oh, global climate change, and then greenhouse gases, and then this is like this. Oh, and then I feel, well, nobody apply. So I feel, there is something that I have to improve. And then finally I put some video and then talk about everyday life, about how the agricultural practices, different agricultural practices have impact on soil, have impact on plants, have impact on animals, and food. We talk about healthy soil, healthy food, because sometimes people do not realize that healthy foods coming from healthy soil, because we are like undermine about our soil, right? Because we cannot see them, If plants we can see, oh, green is mean good, yellow is means not good, but soil is just brown, we cannot see how good or how bad. So let's talk about that one. And then I talk about the problem soil in Kentucky, and then what's happened in the future for our food. And then students start thinking, oh, related to food, again, like food supply in the future. And then related to the business, like, because our place here, Kentucky, Western Kentucky, is heavily depend on agricultural, crop things. So I bring that. And then finally, I like to know more about that one. Okay, let's talk about. And then first it's like we have 10 students, like talk, and then finally I give some literature, article, send email, become 5. Okay, 5 become 3, and then become 2, and then become 1. It's okay. It's okay. It's just like the promotion is not always working very well, but I believe that if I did my best to mentor student, at least one, student are talk, and then we go from there. Okay, so that's what I did. And also when so far during the mentoring process, I feel like increase my enthusiasm. Like right now I have 5 students working with me this semester, graduate and undergraduates actually. And in the morning I feel always, oh, that student need this one, and I will catch with them after 2 o'clock because I finish my teaching at 2 o'clock. Even though it's busy, but it's rewarding because I know that next time I will have how many publication, how many presentation, and then they are very, like very serious. So that's the one that make me feel good and also give me new knowledge because the question from the student are very, I call original. Like compared to older students, they're like very naive sometimes, but it's good. So I write it on their question and then, wow, this is good for a presentation. Oh, this is good for my next research. Give me more idea, more knowledge. And when the first time I came here, I brought some funding from my previous universities. So I really need help because here we have 12 hours teaching, right? Am I right? 12-hour teaching, and also it just for the first 3 years, all my mind is like improving teaching, right? So that's the most important here. But I need to do the research too because for tenure, we need publication. So I need assistant physically at least, So I have to recruit students and I have extra money. So I like, hey, this money is, is good for you. And then the most important that you work with me in the lab and the field, like try to help me with everything related to my research. And then I will teach you, how to make brownies. I said like that. And also sometimes if we don't have money, after 3 years, I don't have money anymore. I have different students. I ask them to apply for in-house. I don't know if you heard about the URCA, So it's at least student get 400, 500 is enough for one semester. So that's in undergraduate is different with graduate student because undergraduate student usually work for us like only 1 month, 2 months. So we have to be reasonable. What kind of research that they need to do. So that's why we have so many roles here. And well, it seemed to me it's so, it's so busy, so, so many. But if you already, like started, you will be fine, you will be fine. It's just you have so many roles, but everything is for good. Okay, so that's my experience. But this is the recipe, the most important tips. An effective mentoring relationship is the most important is trust. If you do not trust your students, I think it's better you do not do the mentoring process because no matter what he did or she did, you just have to trust and also very understanding and empathy a lot. Because as you know, undergraduate students, they are busier, even busier than us. Their activity is just so many, like different job, and then different classes, and then different activities, club, sorority, or fraternity. It's just so many things. And then if we like, hey, you have to do this one 5 hours or 3 hours, and then we are like controlling them, they will not happy because whatever he did or she did has to be fun also. And and if they're doing their their work with happy, it helped them and helped me too to to continue the process. So what I did is I just have to be like more understanding, for example, or empathy. For example, I have students come to my office, no appointment, and it's very like very mad or sad, come just like, no, Dr. H, I need to see you. I think I just want to quit, the research project that we had. I just want to quit. Why? I just don't have time. I'm busy and we just broke up, my boyfriend, and I just don't know what to do. I just don't want to go to school. So you mean you like to quit the semester? Yep. So I feel, oh, okay. And I'm not her advisor, right? So okay, well, so what do you want to do today then? I just leave me alone. Oh my goodness. And I'm a mother, so I said, how about like this? You just calm down, and you just take your time by yourself, okay? And then whenever you feel better, you email me or you text me, whatever you like, okay? Just text me, and then I want to talk to you, but not today. Okay. And then after 3 days, that's my experience. She emailed me, Dr. Ed, can I see you? I have something to tell you. Okay. And then he see me and I said, let's have lunch together, okay? Have lunch together. And then we talk in Kuri Center. Okay, what do you plan? And then finally, do you have something better for me to do? Okay, so, and then I said, okay, how about like this? I have planned for you. Let's try for 2 weeks to a month. If doesn't work, then forget it. Just forget it. And then you just go in your own thing, whatever your plan. You already more than 18 years old. It's not my business, okay, but I need to help you. And I told her my story, when I was younger. So hopefully it will give her inspiration. And then, okay, what is your planning? And I make a plan, but all academic, right? And academic. Like I make a plan, like this semester you will do this one, and then you will do presentation. I will help you with this one. Second semester, fall semester spring, fall semester you do, and another spring is like this. And then see after this you will finish, right? Okay, and then I will tell you what to do next time. But you have to build yourself, Forget your boyfriend, okay? Try to new one, okay? But this one, you focus this one, okay? Focus on this one. And then, okay, let's try. But if it doesn't work for a month, just forget it. And thanks God, it's work. And right now, she is working on her PhD. Yeah, and that's it. So we have to be like patient enough. And I will tell you what are the criteria of a good mentor. And for me, as a mentor, I want to see not just educational growth, but also personal, like the one that I told you before as a example of the case, because I always feel happy if my student like successful, and the bonding is like forever. I think I always tell my student, like, hey, if you become my mentees, we are forever. The relationship is forever. Lifetime. Why? You cannot divorce me, I cannot divorce you. Remember that. Okay. Why? Because there is no ex-mentees and there is no ex-mentor, so forever. But of course we have to, the boundary has to be clear, okay, what it's mean by that, like for example, if you finish from MSU, okay, and then you apply for graduate school or you apply for a job, you will need my recommendation, right? Because I know very well you work in my lab for, 3 months or 4 years or 3 years, okay? So I know you. So I will be glad to give you recommendation, okay? That's one. And also, sometimes I said to my students, like, you can share with me if you need to share something that you think I have to know, okay, even though it's not related to your, like classes or research, okay, because for me, mentoring is like reparenting also. So there is something that outside that maybe is not in the book, about the relationship between mentees and mentor in the academic world, but that's what's happened. And as you know, most of my students, most of my students are living like far away from parents. So sometimes the emergency thing it just happen and then they don't know what to do. And they work with me like every day they meet with me. So the only person that they need to talk is only me. Like this week experience, my student, I think she was from California, yeah. And she was like stressful because she's supposed to give presentation, but she missed the deadline, not the deadline, like she missed the time. She thought it's in March, but actually it will happen in February, sometime February next week. So she called me like 12 a.m. in the night, like, Dr. H, I'm so sorry, I have to wake you up, but I have no choice, I have to tell you. I got the email and I have to give presentation next week. I thought it's next March. And she is a very smart student, like with a good GPA, and she is very enthusiastic person. So I apologize. And I have to have my teeth pulled out, tomorrow, the next, so like wisdom teeth, So I don't know if I'm healthy enough to go there. And I said, calm down. And I haven't finished my poster. Calm down, okay, calm down. How about like this? Right now you just sleep, okay? You just sleep, and then by tomorrow morning when you wake up, I have template for your poster. If you still want to make the poster, okay? It doesn't mean that I want you to copy paste. No, it just you see the template and then you can figure out, to do, because last year she was presenting oral presentation, so she already have everything. Okay, and finally, what happened? In the next day, because she was in my class, it was like 2 days ago. She said, "I'm fine, thank you, Dr. H, for helping me. If I didn't call you, I could not sleep. I just didn't know what to do, and I didn't know who to ask. Of course, I have friends, I have roommates, but I just don't know. I just need, mothering things, something like that." Oh, thank you. That's make me feel good. So thank you for believe in me. I feel good, And then, yesterday before she got to the doctor for the teeth pulling out, "I'm done with my poster, Dr. H. Thank you." But finally she said, "I cannot make it for the presentation, Dr. H, because I'm still in, not a good condition." It's okay. There is always another competition for presentation, so no worry. Now we have to know that as a mentor, we have to find outlets for students to present, because for me it's useless if okay, you can take my AGR 436, which is independent research in my department, and then just research and data just there, but no presentation. So make sure that you have, the time that she spent or he spent for creating the data is good enough to have, presentation, oral or poster. This is most important, because this is something that you need to have, because you like to do the tenure, and time is just go fast. So this kind of thing. And for me also, not just attract good student, because students are top. So that's why I have about 60 until now, because they talk, But for the first time, you just have one, but do your best. And then they will talk like, "Oh, take that, that professor, and then you take that class, and then go from there." And also for me, other colleagues, a long time ago, well, sometimes we don't have enough grants to go for traveling, because we went to the meeting so many times, right? But I would like to bring my students to different meeting, because it's good, even though it's only like maybe Lexington or Cincinnati, it's close, but still we need money, right? So this is one thing I did. I know that some department or some college over there has more money than my department, for example, and have a lot of students that do research. So what I did, I asked the colleagues over there. For me, for example, for chemistry, I have my friend from chemistry. I call them, "Hey, will you go to that meeting, that Kentucky Academic Science meeting?" "Yeah, we will go." "How many cars?" "Okay." "Oh, we will bring like 5 fans." "Oh, good." "How many students?" I count like, how many students, how many. And then, "Are you presenting, you presenting?" "Yeah." "So why? Do you want to go with us?" "Sure, yeah." "Okay, good. Okay, do you think my student can join?" "Well, maybe you should email my dean." "Sure." And then I emailed the dean, like, "Would you, if there's anything, can my student join, myself also join, so I don't have to bring, car, so save money." "Sure." And then sometimes even they like, "Hey, we have a lot of hotel, and the student is like less than it should be. Maybe your student can join." And then I just talk to my dean, and then their dean, and then work for that. And I did that for 10 years. Okay, so that's kind of, connection, and they know that we are doing for our department or for our student, so they know that. And that kind of thing will build up more colleagues, more people know us, and then sometimes they offer, for example, "Hey, do you want to go to that meeting? I think I'm running out of my funding for this year, Well, let me check if we have, if we go by car or by van, and then let's see if we have, extra thing that maybe you can join." So a lot of people will help us, and they know that we are going for tenure, right? So they will like help us. And a good thing about that also, whenever I was like applying for tenure, the package, I don't know if you have mentor in your department as a, you are younger and, senior one. For me, I have mentor, like one mentor for my tenure things and also promotion. And for me, when I say mentor, not just one, but mentors. So before I apply for my tenure, I bring the package and then I went to my colleagues in chemistry. Do you mind if you check my things in case I miss something? And then went to my colleagues in biology and then check on it. Oh, good. And then all of them, they give my strength and weakness, right? And then I didn't know. I didn't know what is my weakness, what is my well, I know my weakness, of course, but my strength is kind of hard, And then they said, Ian, your strength is in the undergraduate research. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know. And then, oh, and then I just continue like, oh, okay, if this is my strength, then I have to continue, and then after 2 years mentoring, my teaching evaluates just like that, okay? And then a lot of students like try to take my classes, even from different department, okay? So that's one thing that like extend the contribution also. And one thing, okay, this is my experience from my previous university. Even though I'm here, okay, and I worked before in Indonesia, the publication, even though I'm just helping them for like put some more sentences or more ideas about the publication. But even though I hear they publish the work, but they put my name, even though it's third author, fourth author, it doesn't matter. Because my contribution is not like full, just maybe 20% or 40%. So it's good, right? So it's like we have armies, okay? Like we have armies, they help us. So it's kind of neat. So that's the impact of the mentoring, the positive impact. And then actually, what are the qualities of good mentor? Well, there are some here, but I like to address different thing because that's related to what I did. Maybe it's different with other people. Accessible. When I say accessible, it's not like we have to be available 24 hours a day. No. So is for maybe for the first semester, it's kind of you have to work, with your own pace. But later on, even though we give like, hey, in case it's emergency because you work very late today, I give you my cell phone. Or if I go out of town, I give my cell phone in case they have any question, because I'm not in the lab or I'm not in the field. But I always try my best to be available for them whenever they need. Like today, before I come here, I have 11:30 workshop, and then my students just come like at 11, two of them. Dr. H, do you think you can help me to put, to give me formula for my, calculation for my... Well, I know that I have to prepare everything. So if I said I'm busy, like very, I don't know, the I'm thinking like the mimics of the face is very important. So I said to them, how about if you come back after 12:30 because I'm finished that time. Okay, but this is for American, is fine. Like I have to go, it's fine. But if you have international student, no, do not say like I have to go. This according to my student, this one is impolite and really mean. So that's why if I have international student, usually, okay, I have to teach like within 15 minutes. Do you think you can come back after my teaching, like maybe 2 o'clock? Can you come back then? Or in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, whatever you have to, or email me, okay? But right now, it's close to my teaching and I need to prepare, okay? Oh, okay. But do not say like, I have to go. So it's mean like, I don't know. It's just what they said. So
dismissing them.
Yeah. So what if I have several students? Usually I have meeting like once in 2 weeks, and then I ask them what is the thing that they bothering them, or something that to make it better working in my lab, or something that from me that they want me to do. Because I'm teaching not just 12 hours. I'm teaching 16 hours. So 7 or 8 classes sometimes in ag, even though some is online, but still crazy busy. So it just I have to make sure that my student is not like feel not good, that that I'm not taking care of them very well, something like that. And then clear and reasonable expectation. Yes, this one we have to make sure how is our student, like what is the GPA or the SCT maybe. So usually I will ask like, what is your GPA or what is your SCT last time? Because there will be different planning, okay? So if you have student the GPA 3.5, oh my God, you give 5 lists to do, he will do like 10. Even like, oh my God, it's more creative than I thought. You know, like after we send them the literature, you know, through the email, you know, like, oh, I think I like to do this. It's like, wow, oh, that's cool, you know, that's good. But if you have student like 2.5, 2.7, we have to like, well, of course, a little bit babying, but maybe only like not even a month. But and then after that, they will be independent because students here are very independent based on my experience. So for me, usually what I did is like, what is your interest first, okay? And then if their interest is like far away from my expertise, okay, I said, I think you need to take my class before. So that's why I never accept any student that haven't taken my class yet, because I want them to know what are my interests, you know, what are my expertise, because I like them to, you know, just work under my expertise, you know. Sometimes they're like, oh, I like to work with crops. Well, if you like to work on the crops, this is the professor X, okay? And then you can go there, and then I can introduce to them. But if you like to combination, that we can have like multi mentors, you know. So I have also multiple mentors, like someone from chemistry would like to work with something and then related to my things, and then we just work together, okay? So, and it's good actually. Multi mentor is good because the publication will be broad and then with different outlets. So it's, I encourage my students to have multi mentors usually, because I want them to have a lot of experience, and then whenever they become butterfly, it will be different color of wings, so more beautiful. That's what I said to them, you know. And also, well, of course, you know that we cannot have the controlling behavior, because it's just young people is, I mean, freedom thinking, something, and patience. Oh my God, yes, a lot of patience. As you see in my example, is you just have to put a lot of patience. But I feel good because I don't know. I just feel like whatever they do, actually, there's always a reason. You know, like for example, I have students right now that, oh my God, it's like, always do the last minute, like the last minute, and but and then I said, if you keep doing something like that, either you have to choose different mentor, or you have to change your attitude, and you have to, or make a plan every week with me, like make a plan, okay, like just send me email and what is your plan and what time you come to the lab or go to the field, and then go from there, okay. And usually after a semester, you know, a semester will, for second semester, third semester, he will be better. So the first semester, like, you put a lot of effort, just like making abstract. You know, even though the student only make 250 words for the first time, this make them nervous. So I have experience, like, because remember, every time we submit paper, it has to be abstract, right? All my students like, oh, 250 abstract, how can we do that? I know we have this data, and then how, and then what I did is I just sending them the example of good abstract, you know, like 5 or 6, and then you choose which one, but it doesn't mean you copy paste, okay? You just have to be creative, you know? It's like filling the puzzle, okay? And of course, the first abstract is always not good, okay? You know that. So what I did, usually, if you only have 1 student or 2 students, it's fine. You just keep sending email back and forth, but do that 2 weeks before the submission, the deadline, okay? Then, if we have 5 students, oh, this is what I did. And all 5, not just, for example, only 1 that already worked for me for one semester, the 4 is I knew. So what I usually did is like, okay, we already have the title, okay, and then I said, okay, write it down the first draft, and then send to me, and then meet me, like, for example, the deadline is the next 2 days, okay? And then, for example, they are busy. Usually they're busy Monday to Friday, right? Okay, let's make Friday afternoon, you know, like after 5. So only 5 to just 30 minutes, 5 to 5:30 or 5 to 6, so 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, or Saturday, wherever they are available. But make sure all of them are together with me. And then after that, I print it out and then I give to different people, like A, B, C, D, E, abstract from A, go to the D, B, go to the, to the C. So, and then make correction from the title to keywords, Okay, and then I show them this is the best one. Okay, now revise based on, the peers, right? Revise. And then after finish, like, oh, already look good according to them, then go to me. Then I try to, still with them, so everyone fair, I got correction and then I give to them, and then they finish it in the computer center, for example. Then all of you submit it right now. So that's it. So there is always advantages also if you have 5 students, okay, or more than 3 students. But last time I feel overwhelmed if I have more than 3, but the more time you do it, the better. I will tell you some more things again, okay? And then as a good mentor, we have to communicate well and also know when to step back. That's the most important. Like the story that I share with you, that the student just pop up to me, and then it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. So step back, okay? And then sometimes we are stressful also, especially if like, oh, I have to publish this one, I have to do this one, but take it easy, because it will get better. Okay, and then what kind of conflicts that usually happen? How about if the student dislike the project? Oh, I have a lot that have like that, like after 1 semester and just laugh. It's okay, just let it go. But let me know if the time close, okay? And what I did is, if doesn't like the project, this is what I did the first time. Okay, you don't like the project? Okay, what things that you like? So make a list, okay? And then, okay, I will get back to you, and then I will send you some literature related to what you list, and then go from there and come back to me next week. And then I send them and let him read, and then make decision. If he still like it, if he doesn't like it, then I said, okay, maybe you like to work with other professor and I can introduce you. But if not, then it's up to you. This is your life, okay? And I just go from there. And then student development. Oh, for this one again, it's depend on the GPA of the student. Usually, if the GPA is more than 3 or 3.5, they are very independent. Like she or he knows what to do, and I have several students like that. I let her do their own thing, but in my with my help, but I let her to be creative, and sometimes if they are too much, have too much plan, I said, how about like this, because you only work here for 1 semester, okay, and then you will finish very soon. This one is for your master or PhD, and this one you can do this one that manageable, okay? The most important that you have to ready before the presentation, because we don't have much time, okay? So we have to make sure like creative to set the boundary that which one the project that will be worked out for presentation, or something that is like unmanageable within short time, okay? That's the difference between when we did our graduate studies, right? So, and then also, student wants to quit halfway. If you have no choice, just let them go. But again, make sure they have the data. Okay, the data, then we can present it with her name, of course, or his name. That's what I did last time. And intellectual property, usually if the student work a lot, I put him as the first one. So we discuss as early as possible about that kind of intellectual property. And who gets to present? Well, again, for me, I always try to make them to do presentation for undergraduate competition. So they have to be, they have to be their papers, okay? And then for me, I write it down like from different research, research that we work together. So that's why sometimes the authors will be a lot, because it's from our students' work. So that's my experience. And this is some of my students that quit a halfway. This one, like that one, a halfway. That one actually is from other mentor, and then he was in my class, and then he decided that I want to work with Dr. Handayani, and then we did the research together. So it's kind of pop up things. And this lady, she was from biology last time, and then she kind of lost when she come to my class, and then said, I like to do something hands-on, but I don't know what to do, because in the future I like to work or related to green living, sustainable agriculture, and I like to be entrepreneur. And then, what do you want to do? And then she gave me the planning, like her dreams, okay, her dreams. So that's why the mentoring sometimes is like we have to know the goals of that student. It make it better compared to just come. I like to do research with you. Why? Because I like to get an A, for research. I mean, it's better to have students like, okay, what is your goals in your life? What you want to do? Because as a mentor, again, there is for me, it's like I like to help she or he to get the goals, okay, the goals in her life, his life. That's my point, even though sometimes it's not so related with our research. And then this is some of the thing that according to my student that not helping them, to make them, like growing, impatient, insecure, and not confident. So that's why we have to stick with our expertise, and also we have to we can say no if the students project or their interest is not matching with our expertise. We just say, oh no, I cannot. Maybe I can just introduce to Dr. Bella because she is more, matching, for example, something like that. Okay, and then what are the barriers of good mentor? Oh, time, yes. Mm-hmm. How many classes are you teaching?
I'm actually not teaching this semester.
This semester, no?
Yeah,
so do you have more time, or still you have other obligation, right? Yeah, time. How about you? How many?
3.
3. Yeah. So time. For me is time, of course. So that's why when I was before I got tenure, well, even right now actually, I'm still working like Saturday to catch up with my research and publication. It's just no time. Or Friday, no teaching on Friday. Just professional development. And area of expertise, well, I already shared with you about that one. Intellectual generosity. Yeah, this is sometimes is hard, especially if you just finish your PhD. It's kind of hard because in the PhD program, you kind of like this level, and with undergraduates, we have to try to make it like, not like this one, because students like, well, I know he is smart, she is smart, but I just cannot catch it. That's what my student in the evaluation like. I still don't understand what they're talking about. But he's smart, she's smart, but it's, I don't know, I don't understand. So we have to make it, like this, and share the publication from outside that related to everyday life, or everything that, that your students, you have to feeling like what student that like it or not like it, and then from there it will be easier. For me, I usually share my publication that the beginning of my career, and also I share my my mentor publication that according to me is a little bit lighter, so they will like have interest first, and then whenever they have interest, everything will be better. And also the creativity. If we have 3 mentees, you have to be creative. Okay, this is my things that I think different with others. I don't know if you read some of the poster or poster session during the Murray Scholar Week from science. You will see like the name, the author is like a lot of students, like maybe 3 or 4, and then the professor name, right? I don't have something like that. I don't know why, because usually I have 1 student, 1 project, 1 student, 1 project. The first time I came here, I tried to have like 2 students in 1 project. It didn't work very well. Like, oh, our time is different, schedule are different, I cannot meet them. And then it's like, you work 50% and I work, 40%, I work 60%. It just not look good, even though they are like good friends. So what I did is like, just create 1 project for A, the other project B, and then I have the outline, what they have to do. Like, we can have like the same variables but different location. One is Western Kentucky, one is Northern Kentucky, something like that. But I don't know, some of the professor in or mentors in science like can have something like that. So that's the only thing that so far I always have one student and then me and other mentors, instead of a lot of students. Okay, and right now, even though I have 8 students, at the same time I feel happy. I just feel fulfilled. But if you ask me like 5 years ago, oh, maybe I was stressful because I think I feel like just fulfilled. Okay, why? Because I'm flexible. It doesn't mean that I'm like really, really too lean. No, but I'm flexible. The most important that you have to make the student grow into the challenge. Okay, and then how the way you treat student is just depend on how is the culture of the student and the background, the academic ability. So just we have to know. Okay, and for me it's okay, and then not a matter of win. Okay, for example, sometimes student that smart say, my result is not significant, I don't want to present it. It doesn't mean that it's not significant, we cannot present it. Okay, it just, you have the data, no matter whatever the data, you have to present it. You have to just accept it, and then you tell the story. Okay, the most important, you tell the story. And then sometimes they have planning, for example, I like to do research during this, like for example, I like to do research in Central Kentucky because Central Kentucky has, for example, has a lot of field, corn, soybean, this one, and then one day maybe on that place was flooding. Okay, and then, but it's flooding. Oh, I feel, sad. And then I said, hey, you are not married to your proposal. You are not married to your research. We can always have alternative, backup. So that's why as a mentor, we have to provide the backup. For example, like for me, my major, like sometimes we have natural disaster or something that the season, like for example, we have long winter and then we cannot go to the field. So we have just to be creative. Like this semester, I have students from Taiwan. It just pop up, like come, like, my professor in Taiwan would like me to present a paper during a spring, which is this semester. And then I need to do research. I need to take research class under you. And then how can she go to the field? It's too cold, and she doesn't have car too. And then I'm busy with my class. So what should I do? So what I did is I have several students, right, already. And then they might have some soil extra, that they didn't use it. So I just collected, okay, and then make her a special project as far as she can present a poster or oral during whatever the meeting in spring. So when she go home in this May to Taiwan, then she has experience in United States, so that's kind of thing. And of course it's better communication and always stay calm. So even though we are stressful, oh my god, I have a lot of things to do, it's just in front of the, just stay calm. Yeah. And then any tips for mentor? Well, this is my tips. And then every day whenever you see your student, you just have a small chat, just like attention, like, hey, how are you doing, how is everything, what will you do during the weekend, is everything okay, your classes, blah, blah. So do like that if you meet them in the hall or in Walmart maybe. So that's kind of thing. So I keep like that, and then if I haven't seen them for 2 weeks, okay, I send email, how is everything, just to remind them that they still need to do this. And again, the bonding is for life. Okay, so we have to realize that, and for me, just leave it, because after 20 years working as an academia, as a professor, I feel fulfilled, and I have mentees all over the world, and they always keep me with new things in their life, and enjoy the experience. If not, then don't do that. But for sure, it helped a lot for the for the career, like our tenure, our promotion, for sure. And so far, I have presentation with my student for 10 years. Okay, for 10 years, I have about 150 at least. So it helped a lot. Okay, and then for student project, so if you have students that do project, make sure that it's easy to understand and presentable. So do not create project that takes more than 2 semesters to present, okay? Because simple is okay. Okay, simple is okay. The most important that presentable, and not simply just a cookbook experience, because the students get bored very easy. And make sure if you have a good student, then give them challenges, so it will give them more confidence. And this one is some of the main points in mentoring for me. I always try my best to do like at the same pace between my mentoring and my research. Okay, and a good thing also, if you write publication, for me sometimes we don't have time, like colleagues, I mean our colleagues are busy too, so I write a manuscript and then I let my mentees to make correction, because whenever you write a paper, you cannot see this little thing anymore, right? It's just like, oh, everything is look perfect, but my philosophy, if my mentees or my student do not understand what I'm talking about in my paper, so my paper is not good. Okay, so I let them to write it down, even though sometimes it's like this, but just read it and get the feeling. Okay, and then they will give a lot of inputs, so it helped me a lot. And so far my experience, I mean, I got published, so it's good. So helping me a lot for especially for the research and publication. So it's the I think all of us will be good mentor in the future. Thank you. And if you have any question or anything that you like to discuss, welcome.